All right, YouTube says we're live. It's 9:32 a.m. Central Time here in freezing cold Wisconsin. Sorry, I got a bit of a cough today. This coronavirus is tough to shake. I'm just kidding. As expected, zero in the house. I want to talk about what's going on here in Wisconsin, even if you're not from Wisconsin. This state of confusion when it comes to our governor, Tony Evers. Tony Evers to order non-essential businesses to close statewide in response to COVID-19 pandemic. Wow, look at that. Two in the house. YouTube's censorship at its finest. What I'll do is I'm going to wait till a couple more people come on, and then I'm going to read this article that I read last night, and I looked for updates, and basically there is no updates. Just showing the incompetent people in office here in Wisconsin, and there's a lot of residents of Wisconsin that are pretty much freaking out because they don't know if they're supposed to go to work or not. Tony Evers to order non-essential businesses to close statewide in response to COVID-19 pandemic. In the latest efforts to limit the spread of COVID-19 coronavirus, Democrat Governor Tony Evers said Monday he plans to issue an order Tuesday closing all non-essential businesses, a directive that was quickly criticized by Republican leaders for a lack of details. Exactly. Democrats can't get it right. Can't figure. Evers, check this fluffy name. Safer at home order. That's what we have here in Wisconsin. It's not each state has all these different fluffy names. Like I said a couple live streams ago, pretty much the lockdown, so to speak. Wow, everybody jumped in. 13 in the house. It didn't show anybody in the house. Let me say hey to everybody. Brother Mick or brother. Why do I keep doing that? Brother Rick. MacGyver in the house. Blessings, brother Justin. Paul's the name. Good morning, Chad. Good morning, Sister Mary. Good morning, Shannon. Sean Connolly. Same here, brother. The NYPD is saying there is no restrictions. Exactly. It's going around everywhere. I'm going to touch on the topic too that the Wisconsin National Guard is saying that they are not going to implement the lockdown restrictions. Sam Lee in the house, brother Mitchell Reese, the Link Ninja. Trula in the house. Michigan is in the house. Good to see you, Michigan. I'm sure it's just as cold over in Michigan as it is here. But real quick, I want to read this. I'll start from the beginning because it didn't show anybody in the house. It's showing 18. Pete the Patriot. How's it going there, brother? Great to see you. Thanks for coming in. Says, in the latest efforts to limit the spread of COVID-19 coronavirus, Democrat Governor Tony Evers, piece of garbage, by the way, said Monday he plans to issue an order Tuesday closing non-essential businesses, a directive that was quickly criticized by Republican leaders for lack of details. Exactly. Evers, safer at home, okay? That's what this lockdown is called. Safer at home. Doesn't that sound pretty? Doesn't that sound nice? Doesn't that just sound comforting? Safer at home? Yeah, no crap. We know we're safer at home away from the coronavirus. Ever safer at home order a shift from the governor's position last week when he said he did not plan to issue such a directive, which would shut down even more businesses across the state, had already been ordered to close. What the heck? Instagram, man? I don't want this crap on here. Can't even go on your phone anymore and read an article without all these stupid pop-ups. It drives me nuts. Details were not available Monday on which Wisconsin businesses will be allowed to remain open. So you tell the people of Wisconsin that we're going to have a snuggle at home session or whatever the hell you want to call it. But come, Monday, the details, Wisconsin people, residents have no clue what businesses are closing. Brother Josh H in the house. Good to see you, brother. Hillbilly 420 in the house. What's up, brother man? Good to see you. Um, Details were not available Monday on which Wisconsin businesses will be allowed to remain open, when the order will go into effect, or how long it will be in place. An Evers spokeswoman says there will be a grace period for businesses to adjust. Either you're going to make it, or you're going to make a shelter in place, or you're not. Not, oh, okay, well, come Tuesday, it's called once again, I can't remember. It's so stupid. Safer at home, um, safer at home, shelter in place, lockdown, whatever you want to call it. But they're going to give a grace period. But it starts today. But they're giving businesses a grace period because they don't even know what businesses that they're going to close. Folks, here's from Evers. Folks, this is important. Time is of the essence, Evers said Monday. Media call. This isn't something I thought we'd have to do. It's not something I wanted to do, and it's not something that I take lightly. Under the order, Wisconsin will join other states, including California, Ohio, Illinois, that have passed similar mandates, also referred to as stay-at-home or shelter-in-place directives. This is necessary to step. This is a necessary. Hold on, drinking too much coffee this morning. Dr. Pepper. This is a necessary step to slow the spread of the disease and allow us to continue to prepare the healthcare system for a pandemic, Department of Health Services Director says. Evers noted the order will not be a lockdown, but rather an attempt to limit unnecessary trips. Residents will still be allowed to leave their homes, but are urged to only do so for important matters like grocery shopping, going to the doctor, or getting medication. Then they can also walk or exercise. I'm telling you what, people, these lockdowns and stuff in a lot of states are just garbage. I don't know if they want to jump on the bandwagon or not, but you pretty much have all your liberties. Or you might not. Look at little Smiley in Denmark. Went out to walk his dog and got charged $50 fine for being outside. The federal government gives the state and local entities the ability to identify what is considered an essential business during a public health emergency. They're not saying which businesses, and people are so confused here in Wisconsin. They don't know if they're supposed to go to work or not, because if their job is non-essential, like a sporting goods store or something like that. There is mass confusion going here in Wisconsin. It's all over Facebook. My wife was telling me I don't do Facebook anymore. All over this social media, all kinds of different social media platforms. People are freaking out. Am I supposed to go to work? Or, even their bosses don't even know if they're supposed to shut down. A full list of businesses, government services that would be exempt from the order was not immediately available, but is expected to include healthcare, no crap, grocery stores, we know that, and law enforcement. Give me a break. Those engaged in dissemination of news via newspaper, I said that wrong, television and radio, and other medias are deemed essential services. So yes, the media will be out there. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security detailed in a March 19th report what might be considered essential critical infrastructures workers during the COVID-19 outbreak. The report is not a mandate, but it provides the state and local officials to assist in ensuring community functions critical to public safety and health, as well as economical and national security. According to the report, essential services include healthcare providers, grocery stores, restaurants, carry-out services, farms, critical manufacturing, utility companies, law enforcement, and government operations. They keep repeating themselves. Evers legal counsel said a list of Wisconsin essential businesses would be made available Tuesday. That's today, March 24th. My birthday is March 25th. So that's why I know today's the 24th, and there still hasn't a list has not been implemented or given out. There's going to be a large number of businesses that will remain open. Evers said. Assembly or Assembly Speaker Robin Vos R. Rochester and Senate Majority Leader Scott Fitzgerald issued a joint statement saying the order had created mass amounts of confusion because everybody in Wisconsin that voted for Evers, the Democrat, look what you got in office. The best thing you all did. I want to tell you all a quick story, real quick. Hope it works in the house. Good to see you. Real good to see you. In sunshine in the house. Good morning, everybody. One thing, too, I want to tell you all. Magic Angel, when she was talking, when I had little Smiley on a while back, she asked if everybody would be up to joining a Discord. Me, I had no freaking idea what Discord really was. And she went ahead and has been working on it for a long time behind the scenes and has created a locked and loaded 100% family Discord. So if you people, y'all want to go ahead and chit chat, and you don't have to wait for a live stream, you can fellowship or wait for the Watchmen Project to go live, this and that. So sometime today, I'm going to have her on. She's going to explain how the Discord works. A lot of y'all know about Discord. I don't. To me, it sounds like some kind of disco dance or something. But I'm very proud of her, and I'm very grateful that she made this Discord for everybody to join. But real quick, when it came to electing President Trump, I went and voted. And when I went into the small town of not Elderon, Galloway, to vote, and I was voting President Trump, and I had my ammo-sexual shirt on with all the bullet shells and everything, and I had my Make America Badass Again hat on, and I walked in, and there was tons of dudes, not tons, probably 20, because it was like hunting season. They were all dressed in camouflage, and they were giving me the meat. They were mean mugging me and everything. I was giving it right back to them because I ain't no freaking sissy. And I went and I proudly voted for our president of the United States, and I voted for our governor at the time to be reelected, a Republican. And everybody went ahead, and most of the population or whatever elected this governor, who actually was the board member or sitting president of the oh geez, what do you call it? Over the educational system. Can't think all right offhand. Hold on, I knew this was gonna happen. One second. You all right?
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. I'll call you when I'm off.
Okay, love you.
Love you. Hey, you sure everything's fine?
Yeah, just clean.
Okay. Love you.
Yeah, love you.
My beautiful daughter. But Tony Evers, school board director or whatever, actually got in trouble for showing pornography and watching pornography in his office, etc. But they were all mean mugging me wearing a camouflage because it's hunting season and stuff. And like I said, I was throwing it right back at him. And so he got elected. We went from red to blue here in Wisconsin. And guess what he did right off the rip? He said he was going to come after Wisconsin's stricter gun laws. He was going to raise property taxes. And I was laughing my ass off, pardon my French, because all those hunters that were in there all of a sudden are thinking, oh, crap, my hunting land. He's going to raise the taxes on all my hunting land and all my, and he's threatening to come and attack our Second Amendment, etc. Good job, Wisconsin hunters and all, it was so funny. It made me laugh so hard. Our property taxes went, real high on our house and land here, but raising taxes left and right, bam, 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 bam. So, anyways, y'all did a great job that voted for Tony Evers. Freaking creepy dude. But what I want to say, basically, I lost where I was reading this. The governor, sudden change of course and lack of specific guidance have increased the level of uncertainty and anxiety in our state. Like I said, people are freaking out here in Wisconsin. Just ordered lucky dog there, Josh. I don't blame you. I will join Discord. All right. I will, like I said, when she gets in touch with me again through Discord. I don't know how to share a link. I don't know that crap. But I'm excited that she took the time, our loyal sister in Christ here, to go through and make a Discord just strictly for this channel and for, just say Rick MacGyver wants to get a hold of brother Mitchell Reese and ask him what's the best way to roll your own cigarettes. I don't know. You all can always get in touch with each other. You don't have to wait or try to do it via the comment section, etc. You can have like a direct line to each other. Anyways, anxiety in our state, absolutely. It's people are freaking out. The people of Wisconsin deserve clear communications during a public health emergency. There also needs to be a better decisions. Better understanding as to why the decisions are being made because of the impact on the economy, businesses, and restaurants of the state. Fitzgerald also took aim at the order on Twitter. What businesses are essential? Gas stations, question mark. Garbage pickup, question mark. Drugstores, question mark. Construction, question mark. Give this order without guidance has created chaos. Business owners are already facing tremendous amounts of uncertainty, Fitzgerald tweeted. This doesn't help. That just shows how incompetent, I have to say, the Democratic Party truly are. But I'm going to read a couple more of these, and I just wanted to get the word out, and then we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and talk to you all. While Evers and GOP leaders said last week they had been maintaining daily communications regarding the state's reaction to coronavirus, Evers said he had not connected with either VOS or Fitzgerald. Oh, I thought that was VOS name. At the time of Monday press call, and the order was made following conversations with healthcare experts and business leaders. The experts and scientists made it clear to me this is the best way to solve this problem, Evers said. Schools, nail salons, spas, sit-in services, bars, restaurants already have been closed down due to the respiratory disease, COVID-19, which has infected more than 400 people across the state of Wisconsin. Tuesday's order will likely maintain existing provisions, allowing bars and restaurants to continue to provide carry-out and deliver services. It was not clear what time. And that's what I'm saying. All I'm just telling you is all this. You just keep reading and reading. You will not get an exact answer. You won't get, if you're worried, try to contact your boss. Like I said, a lot of bosses are going to say, you know what? I don't know if we're allowed to be open either. So stay at home. Possibly they could be allowed to be open. This is all a bunch of garbage. I think New York passed 20,000 cases today. Sean Conley. Hey, did you take that video down? I commented there, Brother Sean. Because I saw it in the archives and it looked like it was missing. I don't know if you took it down or YouTube did. your last video. Okay, real quick. Once again, brother Rick MacGyver in the house. Brother Mitchell Reese, the Link Ninja is in the house. Sister Rhonda R, good to see you. Always praying for you and your boys. Sister Janet Bolt in the house. Sister DB's in the house. Trula, I have family in Wisconsin. It's just crazy because that even my wife's phone was blowing up with messages from some of her friends. What are essential jobs? Everybody. It's just more panic. Um, Quentin, hello, Justin. How you doing, Quentin? Um, Recon 5, hi y'all. Now, if I say your name wrong and you're new to the channel, like everybody knows here, I always say this. People are probably tired of hearing it, but I read and spell like a drunk 3-year-old. For sure. Josh, you're going to have to come bug out here, buddy, when it gets bad. If it gets bad. I want to say something real quick about Scrappy McDoo Pants, I used to call my favorite troll, actually turning out to be a pretty solid dude. But he made a good point on one of his videos the other day I was watching. And he talked about, okay, this disease that happened in China, everybody, they think, was definitely released by China. But when it was only down to like the first 4 to 12 cases, how come they already had a chart, how many infected, how many died, etc. Then when it was pushing like 20 cases, when it was pressed 30 cases, why was John Hopkins and other scientists or websites, etc., why did they already have a way of checking and putting the number out when it was down to something that we had no idea was going to turn out to be a pandemic? The Red Road Warriors, we are getting alerts on our phone in Ohio and Michigan to stay in our homes. Yeah, we're not getting nothing. But the point I'm getting at, he made that was a real good, solid point. There was no inclination that this was going to be a major pandemic unless they already knew it was going to be a pandemic because, like the Watchman says and others, it was a plandemic and still is a plandemic. It's just like the common cold and this and that, or the flu. They don't start out each flu season with the first case of the flu and then down the road. It just did not make sense. And then when he said that, it sparked something in my head, which is very rare for me to have a thought. But so I got to give props to Scrapping Dude. That was really, really, smart, thinking out of the box. Like, wait a minute, how come they already have this chart up? Why do several different websites, they have this chart and they're monitoring the cases in Wuhan, China, before it even came over here. Just didn't make sense. John Hopkins' chart was the same one they used on 201, Event 201. A lot of y'all, on this channel, we're familiar with Event 201. That was the simulation they did clear back in October. That was sponsored by Bill Gates and his creepy wife. What would happen during a pandemic, a coronavirus pandemic, and they did kind of a dry run drill, so to speak, and they estimated 65 million people around the world would be infected by this. And then guess what happens come December 31st? We start hearing about this coronavirus. So anytime there's an event, just like 9/11, when they do drills, etc., if people here don't believe or still believe that terrorists took down the Twin Towers, I feel bad for you. Major, major, major false flag event to throw us into the war against terrorism. I guarantee you many of y'all had no idea who Osama bin Laden was, had no idea who Al-Qaeda was before 9/11. So the military World Games was in Wuhan, started on October 18th, same day to event 201. See, I didn't even know that. I had no idea about that. I appreciate that info. Crystal Gypsy's in the house. How you feeling, Sister Crystal Gypsy? You feeling better? So we're always throwing prayers your way. Um, much love. God bless. The Gates Foundation, John Hopkins, and others. Yeah, they sponsored and funded the event 201. If you're not familiar with it, I strongly urge you to check it out over at the Watchman Project or look it up for yourself. I would actually go on DuckDuckGo. I wouldn't go on Google when you search it because you're not going to get they're going to suppress that type of information. I mean, you can find it there, but you're not going to get the real deal. Is it just me, or is Democrat governor herding cattle into certain stores, ordering the jumped up? Certain stores ordering to close UN sustainable stores, like sporting goods, gun sales, fishing, hardware stores, mom and pop stores. I don't know. Who blocked what? Pompeo said something when Kyle showed that to us. My mind won't shut up. Are you talking about the live drill that we're in a live exercise? Janet Bolt, you talking about that video? Who's them? Pence was talking about. Okay, I'm getting confused here because I'm not keeping up with the chat here. Um, Well, yeah, Pompeo. Now, I think people might be taking that out of text or out of text, but Trump did whisper. He's like, "Why didn't you let us know?" When Pompeo, they said he slipped up and said, "This we are in a live drill or live exercise." Pardon me. When he was at the podium during one of the my brain's not working this morning because I haven't had a whole cup of coffee. When they were having the press conference like they do every day on the COVID. Hi, Lee. Great to see you. Um, I think when he said a live drill, he wasn't talking about that this is this is fake, a hoax or whatever. Some people took it as, oh, this is a hoax. This isn't a hoax. Is it a false flag event? I strongly believe it. No doubt about it. Said Agenda 21, Georgia Guidestones. Do your research, people. Although most everybody here are wide awake when it comes to that fact, but my brain won't shut up. Welcome to my world, Janet Bolt. But I wouldn't take it out of context. I think he meant this is a live exercise because it's actually really happening and it's something new to us, a pandemic. It's new to the government. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. I could be wrong. You finished your second pot? I'm slacking this morning. I figured out why I'm slacking because I showed yesterday where I bought the tobacco where you can make your own cigarettes. And, they come in the empty. I'll show you. You pretty much roll them yourself with this machine, and it keeps me from. I haven't done it since years and years ago, but this is what they look like when they're rolled with the little machine. And the tobacco cost me less than $14 for a whole carton, but you got to make one at a time. And so when I woke up this morning, did my thing, reached over for my pack of cigarettes, and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta roll these. It's easy to do, but it slows you down. They burn longer, I think, but it if you get the crank machine like I used to have, you can crank them out real fast. But the little hand machine that I showed yesterday. So soon as coffee hits my lips, my brain goes, bam, need a cigarette. So I believe that's why I didn't jump up first thing this morning and grab some coffee. So I've been wrong before. I just question everything a lot most of these days. That's what you're supposed to do with the days we're living in. Twilight Zone, that's what I use. I don't know if you're talking about the rolling of the cigarette. Bonnie Moore in the house. Doobie Red burning in the house. And the pandemic is coming. Eyes wide shut. The pandemic. I believe it's fixing to get bad, people. If you get the big bags of loose tobacco, you get 2 cartons for about $21 plus the tubes. Yeah, you can't. And that's what I'm saying. These shelter in place, lock, if they do implement martial law, I don't, there's no telling what our government's up to. One day, it's all fear, fear, fear. The next day, it's like, okay, calmness, calmness. Next day, fear, fear, fear. So I was just coming on here to show the incompetency of our legislation here in Wisconsin, which I haven't lived in Wisconsin that many years, but they're pretty stupid. They've only they have only 1,000 tests for Virginia, turning most sick people away. I heard they're doing that in a lot of places there. Sister Crystal, Gypsy. They want us sick. Well, that's the whole plan. That's the whole plan, to weed out the elderly, weed out the poor, etc. I know you've all heard about it. The Watchmen talk about it. I've been talking about it for a couple of years now, that the Agenda 21 it's a real thing, and it's going to happen. And look what's happening. And once again, people said, y'all are crazy, stocking up on food and this and that for years. Tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorist. There's never going to be a SHTF, shit hits the fan situations. Never going to happen. Y'all are stupid. You're crazy. You're wackos. Well, guess what, people? In my eyes right now, we are definitely in a SHTF situation that I believe is created by our government or China or whatever, the global elites. The New World Order, Agenda 21, is just the beginning, making their way to Agenda 30, etc. All nations agree on this. That's what I'm saying. That's what I believe. This morning, the Middle East are calling for a ceasefire and agreeing, and they're agreeing. Well, when comes peace, then comes sudden destruction. I don't know. Is it 3.5 years of peace, or is it peace and then bam? Starting day 2 without my painkillers, it's an SOB. I think COVID-19 will not be as hard. I feel for you there, brother. David. You got what, probably 2-3 weeks worth of withdrawal ahead of you then. Starting day 2 without my painkillers, it's a son of a bitch. I think COVID-19 will not be as hard. Well, whatever, if you're on opiates or whatever, we'll definitely be praying for you, everybody. I strongly urge you to pray for Brother David here, because like I talked about yesterday, when it comes to all these people that had turned to heroin after the opioid epidemic, being dope sick off of painkillers such as Vicodin, Lortabs, Roxy's, etc. From what I hear it's brutal. And so what a rough time to go through withdrawal in the days that we're living in right now. So definitely going to be praying for you. And you definitely got brother Rick MacGyver, who's going to be heck, he'll probably pray for you 30 times today before the day's over. So good luck to your journey, man. Stick with us. Try to keep your mind off of it, which I know it's not going to help. How do I know this? Because being a recovering alcoholic, I had my slip up, but going through alcohol withdrawals is extremely deadly, scary, and withdrawal sucks. I'm right here with you, brother David. Same boat. Yeah, Sammy C. Absolutely. You were talking about that yesterday. Um, Sammy's definitely in the same boat with you. So a lot of people understand this channel. We're not here to judge. I just can't stand Democrats. Not all. I mean, all. I think there's one or two, maybe. I think. I don't know. Possibly not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No. How did we let ourselves get into the position where 85% of our meds come from China? Good question. You can thank NAFTA. You can thank all the freaking lobbyists. You can thank all these big businessmen that were making so they could, get China to make everything at such a cheap price and come over here and raise the price, inflate the price by huge margins. And guess what? I sure as heck wouldn't want an antibiotic or nothing from China. They could have poisoned us all a long time ago. Hardest battle. God bless you, brother Justin. Amen, brother. It is definitely it's a hard battle, and it's an everyday fight. But like my arm says, one day at a time. But the one day at a time, it usually comes in after you've gone through your withdrawal and detox, because you're not thinking one day at a time when you're going through withdrawal. You're thinking 1 to 2 to 3 seconds at a time. Your body is your brain's going, what the heck? Where's this? Where's something I rely on, this drug, and your body goes through wicked withdrawal. The sweats, seizures, vomiting, diarrhea, weakness, fatigue. That's from alcohol, and it's pretty much the same with a lot of other ones. 1 second at a time. Exactly. I feel you. And I see, and that's another thing that's scary too, is a lot of people are going to come off of these prescription drugs because there's going to be a shortage, but you can't go to the hospital and be medically detoxed. If people want, I used to tell people, if you want to detox alpha alcohol, make sure that you go and before you go and detox, make sure you drink a couple shots or a half pint of vodka before you go in, because you don't want to have seizures or whatever. Plus, you want to take the edge off of the detox where you're not shaking so bad, and your anxiety, once you get up to the door, you turn around and say screw this and go back home, or stop at the store and say screw it. Sometimes you need that courage, that liquid courage. That was the way I was able to go to detox, through having a half a pint just to take the edge off. My brother's employer, by the way, manufacturers, or BTD manufacturers in Minnesota, still doesn't know where to get employees tested for COVID-19. A lot of employees called in out of fear. I saw New York City. I think it was New York City. They actually arrested somebody for claiming they had COVID-19 and took 2 weeks off of work, and then came back. He was never sick, didn't even get a test, and he just wanted to get that payment, that 2 weeks paid sick leave. To be honest with you, brother David, I think every day will get easier. Not to sound, I'd say you got a tough, 3 or 4 more days ahead of you, and after that, should be smooth sailing from there. Like I said, definitely pray for you. Janet Bolt, I was an alcoholic. I did cocaine. I struggled sometimes. When I got clean, that's when I started falling down. My bones are disappearing. I'm sorry to hear that, Sister Janet, but we thank you for your testimony there. Addiction is brutal. It is extremely brutal. Um, Yeah, and Crystal, I'm not going off this topic, but Crystal Gypsy, you're 100% correct. That's what's happening in Chicago right now, in Illinois. It says my ex is a truck driver. They gave him papers to show he is allowed out on the roads for people that are working at the hospitals, etc. In parts of Illinois. They have to have it's a permit. So if you get pulled over by the police, hey, what are you doing out here at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning? What are you doing out here? Period. I've got a permit to work. Here's my permit. Um, it's crazy. I've been hearing a lot of stories about that. No vaccines for this vaccine injured family. Please don't take the vaccine, everybody. But I'm not a doctor and all that stuff. But you gotta say that crap on YouTube. Talk about zombie apocalypse. That's basically what I believe. There are going to be people that are going to be zombied out of their mind. There are going to be people that are going to be. That's another thing. When it comes down to certain people that are going to kick in your doors, not everybody, but it's going to happen. Home invasions or burglaries, because you're going to have people that are so dope sick and that are either on Suboxone or either on you know Vicodin or all those real strong opiates or whatever. I think Suboxone's a opioid blocker, but people do get addicted to that as well. But it's safer than using heroin. They say, but you're going to find people that are freaking out, and they're going to start thinking about everybody's medicine cabinets, everybody down the road, in these neighborhoods. And they're going to be kicking in doors or breaking through windows. Are they going to be locked and loaded? Honestly, I don't think so, because a lot of people are going to have weapons and that have addictions are going to trade their weapons, basically barter in the beginning for pain pills, etc. That's just my belief. But they can, break into a house and find guns and steal, but they're going to be looking for food. People are going to be breaking in looking for food. People are going to be breaking in looking for money. People are going to be breaking in looking for medicine. The zombie apocalypse is basically, a lot of people believe you're going to have people that are like, oh, look, walking like zombies because they're so sick and dope sick. And a lot of people are going to die from withdrawal. It's a known fact. A lot of people are going to die from overdose. A lot of people are going to die from suicide. I have a sign on my door that says, "My locks are for your protection, not mine." I love that saying. Yeah, Brother Jason Arrington was saying that yesterday, and it's the truth. Yep, that's another one too. FEMA gets their assault rifles Friday. It's on the 31st. Friday's the 31st. They get their rifles, they got their guillotines, they got their 16,000 new sharp guillotine blades. Or I don't remember how many box cars they purchased. Rail cars like they did during Nazi Germany with the Jewish, but these are nicer. Inside, they got shackles for your feet, shackles for your hands, um, all ordered by FEMA. What does FEMA need guillotines for? Why does FEMA need all these guns? Why does FEMA have ordered all these box cars and had a bunch more before that? Thousands and thousands of them. And how come pretty much near every Walmart, super Walmart that's closed down and made into a FEMA camp actually has railroad tracks nearby? I'm not fear mongering. Got no gun here in Australia. Sorry to hear that. That's another thing. There was a time when Australia, they had their the right to bear arms. Then you had that idiot, which could have been a false flag event for the Australian government or the powers that be, that went on a shooting spree. I forgot, it was at some kind of park or not a bed and breakfast, but killed a lot of people. He was a young teenager. And after that, they implemented a buyback program. But the people of Australia were so in such fear of this mass shooting, and I think they had another one too, that they gladly gave up their, not all of them, but they gladly agreed to the buyback program. So people in Australia, they lost their right to bear arms, a God-given right. And I feel sorry for you all. I pray for you. It's terrible. President said he'll be telling us what actions we can take at the end of our 14 days. Not good. Well, the president was talking about shortening this this lockdown scenario. And then I saw he was advised by doctors and experts not to shorten um, the national shutdown, so to speak. Yep, 20,000 coffins, FEMA coffins. Hey, Blulu 777. Hey, peace, y'all. Were you in here and you were gone? You're gone already? I miss everybody in chat. I don't mean to. True Seeker 714. Dr. Harvey Francis Bernard wrote monetary and fiscal policy reform in 1996. This is bigger than the virus. Yes, it is. We talk about this often. It's way bigger than the virus. This virus was planned. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that say, "Oh, don't say FF, fat," like Marfugal, say fast and fast Freddy and this and that. Don't say keywords. They'll take your channel down. Well, I'm going to be as real as I can be. I strongly believe that once again, this is a false flag event when it comes to the global elites. President Trump, everybody's like, oh, he's in on it. No, do I believe he is? I don't think so. But even leaders of countries don't know what the big global elitists are up to or what they're doing or what they're saying. Like secret societies in the White House, Skull and Bones. You've got the Masons. You've got all kinds of crazy secret societies that pretty much run this world. FEMA also has tons of coffins, liners stockpiled. We have seen these for years ago. Yep, that's basically what Sister Ron was talking about. I saw a video, I think it might have been Dabu 7, that people are taking pictures of strange things that they're seeing, military vehicles, etc. And it was a couple semi trucks, 18-wheelers with look like concrete like coffins, a whole bunch of them on the back of these semis. And then somebody said that they witnessed an incinerator on the back of a but I don't know what's fact or fiction. If you don't got the pictures, you don't have the proof or whatever. You can't always rely on it. They were moving on train tracks just a couple days ago. More coffins were on the train tracks a couple days ago. Y'all see well, I know they did that in Georgia. Brother AB said the same thing, that they're not suspending. Yeah, they're not allowing anybody to get a concealed weapons permit that doesn't already have one. And then when you have to renew your concealed weapons permit in Georgia, they're not renewing concealed weapons permits. All this because of this virus that's not even killed nearly as much as the flu epidemic. It's crazy. Every state in the U.S. is a country for this virus because of our population is so out of control. Pretty much. It's so hard to get a weapon as it is. Well, I know it's hard to get one in Illinois, nearly impossible to get one in the city of Chicago, and New York is nearly impossible to get a weapon. And I think New York City, you're not allowed to even own a firearm, because I watched a debate with Bill de Blasio and oh my gosh, Sean Hannity. Anyways, I'm gonna jump off here, people. I'm gonna try to get a hold of Sister Magic Angel. And when I come back, I want to discuss the locked and loaded Discord that she created, which is pretty snazzy. Um, Took me a while to figure it out, but if anybody's interested, she actually created. What did I do? See, it shows you how much I know. She created a Discord for everybody that, if the Watchmen Project's not on, this and that, if y'all just want to, if you're in isolation or, you're bored, you want to talk to your brothers and sisters, on here, etc. See, it's right up top, locked and loaded Discord. They have links for Justin contact, family, YouTube channels, special events. She said there's even video chats and like arts and crafts, share videos, pet pictures, voice room rules, voice room dump. Um, you got voice room 1, voice room 2. That's pretty awesome. I'm very grateful that she took the time to put all this together for everybody here. Um, so, anyways, Biblical Ways is in. What's up, little Smiley? How's it going over? You want to pop up real quick, see how it's going over there in Denmark? Y'all still on lockdown? I was going to get off here, but I know it's absolutely, it's definitely wonderful. And so she's going to go live with me sometime today and explain to everybody. So if you all are here and you want to join the Discord, so you all can talk to each other. Like I said, Sean Conley might want to get a hold of Brother Mitchell and ask, how much did you pay for that ounce of weed, brother? I'm just kidding. But you all can get in touch with each other without me having to go live or, relying on other channels to go live. Sister Chrissy in the house. Morning, Justin. I was just talking about Sister um, Magic Angel created a Discord for everybody here to join if they want. Welcome rules, learning Discord, contact Justin, links for Justin, announcement, family YouTube channels, special events, about special events chat, text channels, pet pictures, general chat, share videos, arts and crafts. These are all different rooms that you can jump in. And voice rooms, voice room 1, voice room 2, voice room 3, where you can actually talk via your voice. I just think it's awesome. I mean, really, really, really awesome. All right, let me bring up little Smiley real quick. I don't know if little Smiley's able to get videos out. I haven't got any alerts. Oh, there you are. All right, everybody. I just had to send a link to little Smiley. Sorry, lost my interest. I don't know what you mean by that, David. But if it means you're leaving the channel or whatever, definitely still going to pray for you and your struggle, your daily struggle. Oh, you lost your internet. Okay, I was like, what the heck did I say or somebody else said that she didn't want to be a part of the channel any longer? Oh, that's torture. Just pulled out apple pie bread out of the oven. That sounds really good right now. I got to go do another grocery store run. I got plenty of food. All right, here he comes. What's up, little Smiley? You're frozen, buddy.
Okay, we'll just refresh my webcam.
That's why we call him Little Smiley. He's still got a huge smile on his face. First time I ever brought him up, he had the biggest smile on his face, and I instantly gave him the nickname Little Smiley, and it stuck. What's up, Little Smiley?
Doing great.
What's up with your hair, bro?
Oh, I know this.
Look at you. Well, you can't go out and get your hair cut?
My dad can do it, and I will get a haircut.
I'm just teasing. Your hair looks fine, brother.
Anyways, it's getting a bit annoying. This.
Hey, I'll
Oh,
take your hair. Mine's getting thinner. I want to know. Give us an update. What's going on there in Denmark?
I will just go to the news. I haven't been on the news for quite a bit now. Just against.
Brother Shawn Conley, Crystal Gypsy. Yeah, that smile. It's a great smile.
The thing I know is that I'm not going to be going to school for until the 13th April. Have they moved it now to 13th April?
You're not going back to school till the 5th of April?
13th.
The 13th of April?
Yes.
I hate that number. Gives me the creeps.
Yeah, because what happened the Friday the 13th?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of bad laws came to pass.
Oh, absolutely.
Is it okay? It's actually going really fast up now in Denmark. Ooh.
Oh, your infectious rate is going up? Okay,
yeah,
seriously.
it's going. It actually went. This is the poster. This is the numbers. This is how many have been in hospital now. 301 are in hospital. 62 are in intensive care. A respirator. 58. 32 died. Yesterday it was in the 20. It was in probably 24, I think. So it went up quite a big number today.
So they've got you on full lockdown pretty much.
Yeah, full lockdown.
And you only had 32 die? I hate to say only and sound morbid, but
yeah, it went up like it was before. Like yesterday, it was only 24 or something like that. Now it's all the way up to 32. So that went number with starting to rise quicker. Many were starting to die.
Wow, I know Wisconsin. We have I think 5 or 6 that have died. But that number is the death toll is pretty low to go ahead and shut down a whole country.
Yeah, but the numbers they say only 1,500 are infected, but they say it's probably in the 10,000s of people infected.
Oh, of course.
Because they only test people that have more severe symptoms, so it's probably in the 10 or 20,000 even, I think.
Right, that's what I was going to mention too. And you're talking about going back. Brother Mitchell Reese, Oklahoma schools closed the rest of the year. That's pretty much what I believe we're looking at here in Wisconsin, because we're not supposed to hit the peak of this thing for another, some are saying another 30 to 40 days. 418 cases here in Wisconsin. Shannon said.
That's many cases.
That's just that's the state I'm in. Just one.
Yeah. How big is that state?
The state's pretty big, and it's got a lot of cheese in it. We are the cheese state. I tell you what, when I moved to Wisconsin, I got on an airplane, and it was a straight shot from Sanford, Florida, all the way here to Mosinee, Wisconsin, and living in Florida, I didn't need a jacket. It was 78 degrees when I left Florida. Landed 2.5 hours later in Mosinee, which is actually, for being so far away, it's a straight flight. Landed in Appleton. I got out and had to walk across the tarmac. Or no, I didn't land in Appleton. I landed in Mosinee, and it was minus 10 degrees or minus, I forgot. Minus 10 degrees. Well, it was 78 degrees, and when I landed, it was minus 10 degrees. And I didn't even own a jacket, and I had to run across the tarmac. I was freezing. You saw that on Fox 11, the amount of 418 cases. Yeah, I think last night it was like 400 and 401 that I saw. What do you got to say, little Smiley?
And there is also a lot of military vehicles driving around also in Europe, like tanks. Almost looks like if there's gonna be a World War III, because a few days ago I actually had a vision where I saw rockets fly from like China, US, and some rockets in Europe that fly and hit some big cities, stuff like that, and many died.
You know, a lot of people are having
that
vision like that.
So what if there's actually gonna be now, because now there's been seeing in Europe, few countries have now seen tanks those that can shoot. That's a bit weird. I would say that they are.
What are they? U.S. tanks?
What?
Are they United States military tanks, or your military?
Probably don't know because I haven't seen one in my country, but I know for my brother that he lives in Slovakia, that he have seen few go by in his area. Some of my friends that live across Europe, online friends that live across Europe. And
well, we sent 30,000 troops to Europe.
Yeah, they were denied. They were denied.
Huh?
They're being sent home because they were too sick.
No, they were sent there for the war games, 30,000 troops. But they went from there. They went to the Netherlands.
But yeah, now Europe have now sent them home, I think.
No, they were sent to the Netherlands. They're in the Netherlands right now.
No, sister,
huh?
I'm in Denmark.
Oh, Denmark. Your military. I didn't know you had a military.
Denmark actually has the most sweetest military in the world, I would say.
Sweetest?
Yeah.
Well, they give you hugs and stuff instead of shoot you?
They are very sweet. Then Danish military is very sweet. They don't like wars, but they are there for safety reasons.
Oh wow. Well, I'm sorry, but that cracks me up. Which is good though, but y'all have the sweetest military, Yeah, we got invaders coming. Stop hugging them, shoot them. They're gonna kill us. Right here, Shannon, it says the latest one I just got updated, 426 cases in Wisconsin. I don't know if it's going to show. 426 cases.
That's many. And just so people know, this is a green screen behind me.
What I want to tell you, I knew that was a green screen, but I liked it. It's pretty cool. You got the piano. I felt like saying something like, "Go back and play that piano," but I noticed when you moved one time that the pixels didn't quite match up, and I was like, "That's a green screen." I like it. That's cool.
I can see this webcam is acting up. It's very delayed right now. It's not usually that much delayed.
Well, I want to say something about Wisconsin. Last week, we had 33 confirmed cases. And within a week, we have 426 confirmed cases in Wisconsin. Huh? Are you going to play the piano?
I can't. I wish I could.
Anyways, I'm glad you let us know that you have the sweetest government. If we ever want to take over Denmark, we're just going to bring your military some chocolates and hold up sign free hugs, and then we'll just hug them and take their guns away, and we'll take over your country. I'm kidding. Blue Lou, New
Yes.
Jersey.
It's really behind this webcam right now. I will real quick reload it, then it should hopefully be fixed.
Oh yeah, your voice is definitely not matching it at all. Blue Lou 7, New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy ordered a state police to enforce a mandatory shutdown of gun and ammo stores. Man, tack on our Second Amendment. And to cease police management of national instant criminal background check system. Oh, we're going to see things we've never seen before, people. 5G is a weapon system. I have done huge amounts of research. Were you the one that said Stevens Point was going to go ahead and kick off their 5G in Stevens Point, Wisconsin? Somebody told me. Brother Michael Gale in the house. Much love, brother.
Yeah, okay, now
Are
it's
you back?
now it's much better. Now it's actually real life.
Okay. Now you can play the piano. That's Louise. Getting ready to make a new video. I gotta go back to your videos. I haven't seen much of them. I'm getting no notifications. Well, I'm this
The same
channel.
thing here. Same
Yeah.
thing here. I wasn't able to upload for like 3 days. I sent you
Mhm.
a message. I don't know if you've seen it on Messenger.
You sent me a message on Messenger.
Yeah, basically something. I sent you a message on Messenger.
Okay, I'll have to check it out. I didn't see it. If it even went through.
But I wasn't able to upload video. Then you can just type on your message.
Blue Lou 77 says, "Hey Smiley, play us a song on that grand piano." Go
Oh, I
ahead.
wish I could. I
Look
wish I
how
could, but it's a green screen.
the little finger dance. There you go, dude. That's trippy. I like them green screens.
Yeah, I normally have Bible stuff on them, but because I can't log in when I'm on other streams, so I have to use some those preset ones.
It's still cool.
I also got
It's
some new
nice.
lightings.
You got new lighting.
So it's really
Boy, he's buying all the good stuff. I don't know about that. It's here in Wisconsin. As somebody said, man, those are nice.
and also
You got a huge setup, but you're making me kind of dizzy there. Oh, I think Smiley fell down and. Oh, you fooled me. President Trump only select. What is this? Yeah, right. President Trump selected 50 patriots to take the media accountability survey. He wants your opinion first, Justin. Take the survey. I'm sure millions of people just got that text right now. What were you saying there, Bob?
yeah, but what do you think? Those are really nice lights. I can see they were really cheap.
Yeah, they look good.
They are some professional studio lights, basically.
You know, my light comes from the window right there. And I'm glad. Usually keeps my face dark so nobody has to suffer and see my fat, ugly face.
Oh no, your face isn't ugly.
Shoot. I came back here to Wisconsin. I got fat. Can't pour concrete in the snow. Smiley, we don't have nice houses in New York like that.
It's a green screen.
Could you imagine how much a house that big in Manhattan or something would be?
Okay, I will see if I can just log in with my account so I can actually use some of them.
Keeps disappearing on me. I gotta go. I gotta eat breakfast because I'm fat. Come on, little Smiley. Hurry up. Oh, you didn't know that it was a green screen? How much have you smoked this morning, Shawn? Brother Shawn, you didn't know that was a green screen. We were just talking about it for about 15 minutes. Just teasing.
Now I got mine. Now I got now this is those actually. Oh well, why is it like
Now you're all froze up again, man. Man, 2 blunts so far. Shoot, if I took 2 hits off of a joint, I'd freaking pass out. It basically microwaves us. We are 70% water. Exactly. 5G disrupts all the molecules. It actually can affect our DNA. It can change our DNA, so to speak, by damaging it. And this virus actually adheres to our DNA.
now it should be good.
Okay, now you got it back.
But this is one of them I have.
Jesus said to them, "Follow me, and I will make you become fishers of men."
Then I have this one.
Amen, brother. Yep, I've seen.
And this one is really nice when you talk about spying effects.
Oh, look, yeah, that's all like James Bond stuff.
And but this is actually this is my room. This is my room.
That's your room?
Yeah, I took the picture before the because I've moved from my table closer to this wall so I can make this green screen. But this is my
Is that a purple wall or a pink wall?
No, that's not a pink wall. Yeah, I did a little bit further editing just to make it a bit more
behind your head.
Yeah, but it's more. It's not as. Yeah, it's more like. I don't know how to say the color, but it's not. It's not as pink. It's less.
Well, I figured, hey, you got the sweetest military in the world. Why not have pink and purple walls all over Denmark? So
yeah, that would actually be wonderful.
Right. All right. Well, much love to you, little Smiley. I'm going to come back on when Magic Angel wakes up and talk about the Discord. Would love for you to join as well. Once again, I want to bring her up because she's the one that created it, and she promised that she would. And we all took a vote and voted for a Discord strictly for this channel and our YouTube family here. And once again, she created one and did a fantastic jam up job on it. I just don't know how to share the links, so she's going to come on sometime today. And this fat boy is going to the kitchen and make something very unhealthy and sweet to eat. So,
what cake?
I don't something. It's going to be really. Oh, you got cake?
Oh,
What kind of cake is that?
It's some Slovakian cakes. My mom makes really good cakes. We get the cakes every 2 times a week.
Slovakia cake? Does it have icing and stuff on it?
It's kind of it tastes good. It tastes nice. I like it.
Well, good. Well, you should. Your mama made it. All right. Much love, everybody. Praying for David as well. Praying for all of you all always. And like I said, I'll come back up. And if you missed the live stream, don't get upset. Don't get worried. You just go back and watch it. I'm just gonna put Locked and Loaded Discord live stream and bring up Sister Magic Angel.
In how many hours?
In how many hours?
Yeah.
Whenever she wakes up, because I think she's a night owl too. So
just send me a message. Just send me a message 5 minutes before, because YouTube does notify me. I hate this.
I know. It's crazy. Remember back in the day, we'd have 100 to back when me and Big Precious used to do live streams, we'd have 150, 200, something. We had 350 at one time, and that was just too many. The chat was just flying. I couldn't even keep up with it for a minute.
I think I actually should be having as much as I think I should be having 20 views when I stream. I should be having, I think. around there.
All right, you've been doing a lot better. It's okay. All right, everybody. Much love. Fear no man. Never fear death. Get right with God. Fight the good fight, and always stay locked and loaded.
Stay safe with the Lord, and you shall be saved. Amen. See you later.
Amen, brother.